Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Last Night We Watched. I'm your host, Carlos, on this beautiful, hot July 1st, 2023. With me today, I got my good pal, Ian. How you doing, Ian?
Good. How are you? How's everyone? How you doing?
How's it going?
Good. Everybody's doing good out here in the neighborhood. We also got Christopher. How you doing, Christopher?
Good.
Samantha, how you doing?
I did everything right and they indicted me.
Oh man, there's a lot of
Everybody blames you for everything. I don't get it.
Talk about it in Invasion USA.
Indictment USA.
Indictment USA.
That's too much.
Yeah, but it's July 4th in a couple of days, so we want to get a little patriotic. We watched Chuck Norris's 1985 film Invasion USA, baby.
It's 85.
It's
Yeah.
1985, yeah.
An alternate 1985.
It's about a terrorist, Rostov, played by Richard Lynch. He's planning to unleash a terror on the U.S., but before he could do that, he has to get past Chuck Norris's Matt Hunter in order to accomplish his goals. Unfortunately, Chuck Norris
He has other plans.
Which brings us to, I guess it's that time. We'll watch the trailer. Dude. Very cool.
Can I put the star right here? Time for dinner.
No one thought it could ever happen here. They are an army of international terrorists.
America has not been invaded by a foreign enemy in nearly 200 years.
Their target, America. Their objective, control.
18 hours from now, America will be a different place.
Now, only one thing stands in their way.
It's time to die.
Didn't work, huh? Now it will.
They wanted a war.
See you in hell.
He gave them one.
Send me a postcard.
Chuck Norris. Invasion USA.
Dude, hell yeah. Invasion USA, everybody. This might be, well, no, I've seen a couple Chuck Norris's. I think the one with, was it Enter the Dragon? Where he faces off against Bruce Lee?
No, it's Way of the Dragon.
Way of the Dragon?
Also known as Return of the Dragon.
Oh,
A lot
okay.
of dragons, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of dragons.
Yeah.
I think that's the only other Chuck Norris
That's
I've seen.
That's a good movie.
I think I've seen just that scene. I don't think I've ever watched that whole movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Where they're like fighting each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck Norris is actually like pretty yoked in that movie, right?
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
He looks good in this one too. He's not like an Arnold Schwarzenegger built type of dude.
That's what I kind of like, though.
He looks like
Mhm.
You know?
like somebody's dad that's
Exactly.
dropping him off at high school.
And I kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's different, you know, because you had the Stallones, the Schwarzeneggers.
Yeah.
They were just like ridiculously built. And
He's
then
like-
you just got like that's what I always liked about Bruce Willis too. Like
Exactly, yeah.
like Bruce Willis always just looked like
Yeah.
a guy that you knew,
Mhm.
you know, not just some like ridiculous bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I kind of respect that. I like Schwarzenegger and Stallone a lot, but it's just there's something to be said about these guys as well.
Yeah. Well, and then back in like, was it like 2008, 2009-ish? Chuck Norris was pretty big in the culture.
Yeah,
Like there was a lot of Chuck Norris jokes.
I refused to watch anything Chuck Norris for the longest time because of that, because I was so sick of those goddamn jokes.
Yep.
And a lot of them are funny, but it just got my roommate Steve and I were talking about this earlier. It's just like it went on for like years. It felt like
Mhm.
Yeah.
just endless.
It was
Just
a long time.
Chuck Norris jokes. And it just got to the point. I'm just like I am so fed up with this dude.
Yeah.
Was it in the Expendables? He made up his own Chuck Norris joke.
I haven't seen that. I've only seen the
No?
first one. What does he say?
He does the snake one.
The
He
snake
comes in,
one?
he was like, "Oh, what happened to you?" And he was like, "I got bit by a rattlesnake.
And
And
the
after
snake died.
three agonizing days, the snake died."
Okay, that's funny.
He says his own Chuck Norris joke.
That's funny. I remember liking the first one. I never saw the sequels though.
This is my first Chuck Norris movie.
Yeah. And what'd you think, Samantha?
It's a dude film for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's true.
Dude,
is
for
true.
the so if you think about the time that it came out, I bet this movie fucking rocked.
Right.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no like CGI like the Marvel films like we
Yeah.
were talking about earlier.
There was that when I first was watching it, I was like one of the early scenes where fucking the chick. Oh, I don't know if we're like diving into it already. Are we diving into it already?
Yeah, why
Sure,
not?
let's go.
Yeah, when he fucking blasted the chick snorting coke, and I was
Oh my
like,
God.
"Fuck, that's like to think about the time this came out.
Yeah.
Like that's brutal.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
was-
fucking brutal."
And
Even
then-
like today's standards, you don't see that.
So
Yeah.
he does that. He blows the guy's balls off with the gun, and then he throws the chick out the window.
Yeah, dude.
It's
and she wasn't
fucking-
even doing anything.
Exactly.
She was screaming, dude. She was like, "Shut the fuck up!"
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
watching it, and my coworker, because I'm at the hotel, he was like, "Yeah, shut that bitch up! Throw her out of the window."
Cheering.
Yeah.
Fucking brutal, dude. Well, and then so that was Rostov doing all of that. He's our evil character played by Richard Lynch, who I really like in this role. I think I'm a very simple man. I like my bad guys to look like a bad guy. He's got like a burnt complexion to him.
Yeah.
I didn't notice until you guys pointed it out.
You really didn't notice
Nope.
that?
Really? That's
I don't
interesting.
notice things like that, you guys.
I
He looks
envy
like a
that.
bad
I
dude.
wish I could go through life without noticing people's flaws. I really envy that, Chris.
Yeah, but he acts like a bad guy. He's brutalizing people.
I
and-
like how he
setting his
sells
army
the good guy look at first. You're like, "Oh man,
Oh.
this is a good guy,"
the,
and
the
like,
boat in the beginning.
yeah, dude, like he really sells. He looks like
Yeah.
the typical like nice guy until he turns, and,
Yeah,
you're like,
it's like, no, we're gonna
and it
kill
makes
y'all.
it even that much
Yeah.
more evil.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Welcome to America.
And then
Yeah.
brrrr,
Dude.
Yeah.
There's kids on that
They
boat.
kill men, women, and children. Yes, no prisoners.
That guy keeps on machine gunning too. He's
Yes.
like, stop.
yeah. He's like, okay, enough.
You're wasting bullets.
Yes,
That's for the next kids.
exactly.
Well, so that boat full of refugees, it has cocaine on it. And then he goes to that cocaine deal with the woman where he bops her in the nose. But then he doesn't like flee with the money or the cocaine.
He leaves it all there.
Like, what's going on here? What is
Yeah.
this movie about?
You
Yeah.
know what? So yeah, I never really picked up any narrative other than just to cause corruption and
That's
right.
yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Maybe so. Maybe to cause maybe something with the drug dealing good point.
Mess with the mafia.
Maybe.
Well, I
'Cause
mean,
that's all they did. They just really just kind of upheave the establishment.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you'd say drug dealing is the establishment, but it's the same thing. Like when they go, the people are having like a little party thing, and the cops come up, and they're like, "Wait, you're gonna give a shit again?" They just start shooting them,
Yeah.
and then the real cops come and like, "Fuck you!" and they're throwing bricks
Yeah.
at the cars. They're just like straight up, just like fucking with people.
Maybe it's like that whole I don't know, the whole Justice League movie. Everything always reverts to Batman for me. Anyway, Wonder Woman, the terrorists that were in there, they had no other agenda other than to just turn the clock back on time.
Was this in the
basically.
Wonder Woman movie?
No, this was in the Justice
League.
movie.
Okay.
They were there going to blow up the city just so they can turn the cycle of time back, like
Oh.
set things backwards. Like if you
Interesting.
turn the nation upside, or like the Die Hard movie, the fire sale thing.
Oh, that one.
Maybe that's kind of like in the sense what this movie is.
Yeah, that's what it
Well,
felt like.
I get the cop because they want people to not trust the authority.
Yeah.
Which I get. The drug dealing, I don't know.
I
I
think
just
there
really
was
wanted.
There was a quote in the movie from somebody that said, "America invades everyone else. It's about time we go back and invade them."
Right.
Rostov at the very
Yeah.
beginning. Yeah.
Yes.
Ah,
He
Yeah.
said like they're soft. Look at them. They're all
Right.
very
It's when they're
soft.
at like the little like hot dog stand or something.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
good
I
thing
don't-
we got Chuck Norris though.
I know.
Which you just brought up. Everything falls back to Batman. That's exactly who I thought Chuck Norris was playing in this film. He like randomly shows up.
He's a vigilante. He's a
Yeah.
vigilante.
He
Yes.
just shows up
Yeah.
everywhere. Oh, he's at the mall now. He already got the scoop on
Oh
the
yeah,
mall bombing.
yeah.
And then he gets a scoop on the school bus bombing, and he's already there to take the C4 off and throw it at the bad guys.
yeah. And where was he? He was like in the swamps out in the middle of nowhere to begin
Yeah,
with.
he's just chilling out in the Florida
Yes.
swamps. Like, what the
He's got a
fuck?
pet armadillo. Yeah.
Which I think you brought that up, Ian, is the Chuck Norris's character and Rostov is how the relationship is. Rostov is just dead scared of Matt Hunter.
Oh yeah.
And he even has nightmares about him.
Yes, he used a bottle of booze on his nightstand.
Yeah.
To try to forget.
Yes, so he can sort of keep the Chuck Norris memories at bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. I like that. It is
like,
kind of like a Batman.
It's like kind of the other way around, you know. It's like the hero is so terrified of has like bad and this one the villain is terrified of the hero. I think that's really cool.
They should have made a prequel, dude. Prequel to Invasion USA.
I wonder what it would be.
Whatever Chuck Norris did to him to have him so
they
fucking
kind of
shit
show
his
it.
pants.
You just like
they show a quick glimpse of it where he's like gonna shoot him but doesn't.
Yeah. I don't know what they were doing. They were trying to take like it looked like the Scarface house or something.
He like had a bazooka aimed at somebody's house.
Yeah.
Gonna take down some sort of leader.
Is there? It's like, it's time to die. Yeah.
Which do you
it's
guys?
Not time to die.
Yeah.
Do you guys have one word to describe this movie? One word, Ian.
Oh God, one word.
One word.
Oh.
That's hard, huh? Put you on the spot.
One word.
Jeans.
I was gonna say bazooka.
Bazooka.
Bazookas.
I mean, there's a lot of words. Fun.
Sam, what do you got?
Camel toe.
The Chuck Norris camel toe.
Good choice.
I didn't notice that.
It's called moose knuckle.
Yeah, moose knuckle.
Sam's got a sharp eye.
Those jeans are tight.
Interesting.
Tight. That's your one word. Tight jeans.
Tight. Yeah.
Yeah, very tight. Yes, very tight. Chuck Norris, you are so.
So we got the same word, jeans.
Canadian tuxedo. That's 2 words, but
there's a lot of bazookas in this one. Even the final battle is a bazooka battle.
Yes.
1-on-1. There's a lot of jeans.
He tucks his bazooka in his jeans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, his fucking holster with his Uzis.
Yeah, I was just gonna bring that
it's
up.
badass, right?
Yes. It's we were talking. It's somewhat silly, but at the same time, it's unique. What other action star shoots like that? Like.
Well, that kind of like summarizes the movie. What you just said is it's kind of silly, but like it's kind of fun.
So that's the thing. This
whole movie.
I do. So we were talking about movies to review on the 4th of July. I threw this out there, and it wasn't as a joke. Like it's not one of those movies like where I choose like, oh, it's so bad, it's good. Oh yeah, this movie's so stupid. No, I do like.
I liked it.
What do you call it? Genuine. I genuinely like this movie.
Yeah.
I genuinely think it's actually it serves its purpose. It's entertaining. It's everything you like. When you go in, it's the whole thing. It's you have to sort of put your mind.
Yes.
You have to have your certain mindset. It's like don't go into it thinking it's like The Green Mile or Shawshank or whatever the fuck, like Academy Award-winning movie. It's a Chuck Norris action movie from the 80s. And I think when you go into it thinking, even just like go into it thinking like it's just an 80s action movie, I think it's the best one he did, personally. I think, I look at it like Commando, Rambo, all the good ones, all the classics. Like it's like I would put that almost up there with those. I think it's really good. All the practical effects, just all the shit blowing up. It's really entertaining.
Yeah.
It's a silly premise, but I can see past that. So there's another. Have you guys ever seen Red Dawn?
Yes.
So it's almost the same premise as that. I like this more. Red Dawn's fine, but Red Dawn to me is like way too like melodramatic. Like they try to insert all this like drama into it. I'm like, no, this movie.
It's like high schoolers defending against
and
the
like
Koreans
they have to deal with like their
Russians.
parents getting captured and killed, and one of them betrays them. Spoilers if you've never seen Red Dawn, but it's just like they have to like do the. And I like Red Dawn. Like Steven, I watched it like a month ago. Like I do like Red Dawn, but it's just like when it comes to this shit, I just want to see fucking just mayhem and absurdness. And
Yeah.
People getting their dicks blown off and women snorting cocaine and getting the straw shoved up their nose. Like I just want that. Yes.
Yeah.
Off. Yeah.
Hey, so did he do it? I didn't finish the movie. Does he do it more than that?
He does.
I've seen him do it 3 times.
Oh, 3 times? Okay.
3 times.
I
It's
don't
like
know.
his signature move.
Who, Rostov?
Yeah, he like
no.
fucking goes up.
Chuck Norris. He blows.
No, Rostov.
Wait, he does it too.
Rostov does it 3 times.
He does it to the guy when.
So how many times does Chuck Norris? How many times did Chuck? Oh, that's right. No, you're right. Chuck Norris does not do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rostov does it. He like
Chuck Norris is the good
guy.
guy.
Him up,
he does
shoots,
it. Yeah,
and then
he
like
intact.
he grabs his belt and pulls it out, like pulls him
he
towards
does it to
and
the
goes,
drug
"Wow,"
dealer. He doesn't do the coke dealer. In the
Yeah.
he does it to the one guy that Chuck Norris stabs his
Six
hand.
hand.
Who's the third guy?
And then okay, maybe he only does it twice.
I think
then.
unless because I was telling Carlos I was falling asleep, and it's not because I don't like the movie or the movie's boring. I was just tired. But in the third act, I was kind of drifting in and out. So does he do it more than
no?
those 2 times?
I don't remember.
Maybe it is only twice.
For sure, those
I
2
think
ones,
yeah, for sure 2.
Okay.
But
All over the place,
that's enough to make it a thing. Like,
yes,
why is this a thing?
Noticeable.
Because
Why do you keep shooting people in the dicks?
Because he can.
Yeah. He doesn't even give him a kill shot. That's his final kill shot.
Yes, exactly. It's
Just let him bleed out.
It's just
that's
mayhem.
Why I bring up the eunuch.
Oh, I didn't know what that was. That's people who are castrated, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I had to look that up. It's just like this is.
No, that's not why I bring up the eunuch. I just
Rostov's just
random
out there
discussion.
castrating people.
yeah,
It's
making
fun.
people eunuchs.
It's fun.
Well, that's another thing about Red Dawn that you brought up. It's another invasion of the USA by a foreign country. But you're right. It is a little bit more realistic in that it's high schoolers trying to defend against that. Whereas this guy's like a Batman figure and he's just going to
And this one's way more violent.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah.
You know, I like violence in movies.
Which brings me to this. I was looking at the behind the scenes and like the last little bit of the film is this.
One of Invasion USA's dramatic strengths is the possibility that this terrifying and realistic invasion could actually happen.
This could happen. And that's why I really wanted to do the movie, because we've been very fortunate that we haven't had this happen to us yet.
If it does happen here in America, we can rest assured fighting hero Chuck Norris will be there.
Oh boy.
Rest assured, everybody, your hero Chuck Norris.
That's one thing too. I think post 9/11, you can never probably do this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's definitely a product of its time.
Yeah, that's what Chuck Norris just said. Thankfully, it hasn't happened to us. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where was Chuck Norris on 9/11?
Yeah,
I don't know. Good question.
Could have saved us.
Yeah.
He only deals with the ground assaults.
Yes. Yeah. The aerial attacks. Yeah.
That's out of
a little out of his jurisdiction.
Yeah. I don't fuck around with that.
Yeah.
Give me a school bus, I'm on.
Yes. Exactly.
Also, in that behind the scenes, I was learning a little bit more about Joseph Zito. He's the director of this film. I guess that he did Friday the 13th, the final chapter.
I was gonna say this is not the first time we talked about a Joe Zito movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is number 4 in the series, right? Of Friday the 13th.
Yep.
But this kind of does feel like a Friday the 13th film. He like appears out of nowhere and he's ready to bazooka a helicopter. And even some of the songs, now that I learned that, we were just watching a little bit of it. And it does kind of have like a don't, like, watch out, Chuck Norris is stalking you. He's going to come out in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in Thriller.
Yes.
And then the stunt coordinator was Aaron Norris, which is Chuck Norris's little brother. And he was coordinating a lot of these stunts. That was another thing about this film is the stunts are insane.
Yeah.
We got a woman hanging out of a car while they're driving around the road.
Yeah.
Swerving in and out.
And the car is like literally smashing into the side of where the woman's like sitting.
Yeah. It's
like how are they not hitting that lady?
Yeah.
Or whoever that stunt lady is.
I'm like really obsessed with one of the explosions in this film where it looks like a cop is just getting blown away.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with because I kind of like that shot in the neighborhood where it's like almost in that roundabout and the camera is like panning through the neighborhood and then kind of pans back. I like that shot a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
And I was like,
that was a really good shot after the destruction.
And then it pans back. I really like the way they did that shot.
Really
it was like, yeah. I really like that shot a lot. Out of the whole movie, I think that was probably my best takeaway, other than the guy getting shot in the dick. It
stands out, definitely.
They had some great shots in this film for sure, and that is one that stands out.
Too. Like it's not just there's a craft to it, in my opinion. Like, it's not just idiots.
The blast goes smoothly and no one is injured. 5 real houses were destroyed during the 5 nights of shooting.
Oh, so there's real
High-power
houses.
explosions violently shook the neighborhood. Here is how the finished film version of this neighborhood invasion appears on the screen.
Where was this neighborhood at?
I think somewhere in Florida.
Had to have been some like rundown ghetto, right? They're like nobody
I
lives
don't
in
think
this
so.
house.
It doesn't.
They're abandoned
I mean,
houses.
It doesn't
Get rid
look
of
like
them.
it, but
Actually, yeah, I think that I read up that it was turned into an airport strip or something like
Okay.
that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're abandoning those houses, so they used it to just blow up
That's
for this
tight.
film.
so
That's
cool.
tight.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a legit shit blowing up.
Yeah,
And that's the thing. Like after reading the book, I was talking about the Twilight Zone book. It's like, you know, obviously doing things for real can go horribly wrong. And I was like, I'm hoping, and they say right there, like, no injuries happen, which is, if that's true, that's good.
yeah,
'Cause that's the downside. It's like, you know, it's like using live guns. Well, what happens? Alec Baldwin goes and kills someone. Like, you know, there's a benefit to doing things. There's a benefit to doing things fake with CGI, but there's also the, like, you know, in the turn of that, just like, you know, because when it gets too real, people can fucking die. But at the same time, it looks so much cooler when it's actually real. So it's like, if they do it the proper ways, if they do the proper techniques to do all these stunts, you know, safe and, you know, by what the law sets in place, it's like, yeah, hopefully we get, because I don't think anyone got killed making this movie or got hurt.
I know that, I guess
cool.
real goes a long ways, because you think about it, like when they were doing like the old Evil Dead special effects, just because it was real fruit and you got like a real like look to it,
Yeah.
yeah.
versus a 3G stuff that you were like, it could look better than what they did with fruit, but you're like, that's fake.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Something about
Point it
being
out.
real is fucking
Yeah, there's something to be said
Authentic.
for it. Yeah.
Authentical. I wanted to bring up the fact that this was chosen for our 4th of July film, but it's during Christmas.
Yeah.
oh,
And
damn it.
have you ever seen somebody do a tree on the outside of their house?
You know, no, I have
Yeah.
not actually. I don't think I have.
I don't think I have.
I've
See,
seen
all,
it.
what, are you
Well, like
kidding me?
at churches and stuff, maybe, but like not at someone's
People
house,
do
I
it
don't think.
all the
Really?
time.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't
I
go. You're probably in your neighborhood, dude.
I
People
don't know.
decorate the outside of their
Yeah.
house all the
We also have
Like
slanted
a
lawns. so we just
Christmas
fall
tree
down.
out in the front yard though.
time. Christmas tree. Like it's
Yeah,
not
the
a
tree.
It's not a grown tree in their yard that they decorated.
It's a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
that they cut and put
I
in their
think
front
so.
yard.
That's what it
Okay.
is.
It looks
I
like
think.
it, yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Because they do that, you know, they do that like at church or something, you know, but like I've
Mhm.
never seen like in someone's house, but
Yeah, see, she's like, "Can I put the star on the tree?"
yeah. Yeah, they just put the we didn't have room in the house.
Yeah.
But,
Just
and
starts
then
blowing it up.
kaboom.
I don't think he reloads either.
No, no time.
That scene is so funny when they storm the beach and then they all
Yeah.
get in those box trucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was kind
You
of
know-
clever
you know
too.
what?
It
I
was
was
kind of
watching
scary. I was
this-
like, "Oh shit, what if that happened?"
My takeaway from watching that, as soon as I seen them all jump out, I was like, man, all those guys got soggy ass shoes and pants and they're running through that sand. I bet that was a miserable shot to do.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it looks awesome though.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
It's cool seeing just that number of people on set.
Yeah.
You don't get that too much.
No, yeah, that's
all
the
those
thing.
extras.
It's a movie of its time. Yeah, you really don't get any of this anymore.
Yeah.
Some people might say this movie, I mean, what is it? It has like 5.4 on IMDb. It's definitely not well regarded, and I can kind of get that, but I don't know. There are times it's just like, you know, I like highbrow movies a lot.
I've never
You know?
even heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Well, it's
Right
fun.
up
It
here.
made I mean, it debuted at #1 the weekend it came out, which is awesome. I don't think it made a shitload of money, but it made some money.
What else was out then?
That weekend is like Back to the Future was like in its like 10th week of
Oh, man.
like just yeah.
The Goonies came out the same year. Clue, Silverado.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen the Goonies.
Teen Wolf, I like Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf. Live and Die in LA.
That's okay.
Better Off
Witness is
Dead.
that movie, it's okay.
Reanimator.
Reanimator, that's an awesome movie.
Hmm.
American Ninja.
It's not the most busy year.
Not really. Yeah, I don't. Oh, I like Transylvania 65000. That even gets a worse rating than this. Jesus Christ, I like that movie. Yeah.
Sesame Street.
And there we finally hit Invasion USA.
It came out at the end of the movie, or at the end of the year too. Probably
It
was
came out
made
September.
it,
It
made
said
it Christmas.
September. Which I don't know. To me, this is like the typical like summer movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Like Die Hard came out in the summer. That's Christmas. Gremlins came out in the summer. Christmas. It was just the thing back then, for whatever reason. It's like, yeah, we'll set it at Christmas. Batman Returns, summer movie, came out and takes place at Christmas. Yeah.
Chuck Norris is like a video game character that you're playing on easy mode because everyone's shooting at him, but they can't hit him.
Yeah.
You ever play that? There's a game. It's like you could. I think it's called Bro something or something Bro.
Broforce?
Is it Broforce where you play as different action heroes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That one's fun.
That sounds cool.
Is Chuck Norris in that?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've only like played it once at Ron's house.
Oh, but yeah, that one's a fun one. We played it with Christian for a live stream.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you guys were talking about it. That's right. Yeah. That sounds fun.
It's like a side scroller.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds really fun.
Yeah.
Who's Johnston in the cast?
Oh yeah, what with a T?
With a T.
Oh wow.
John DeVries.
What's this guy?
Is that the only
I
thing
don't
he's
remember
credited?
Johnston.
I don't see any pictures of him.
Have you ever seen that before?
What?
Johnston.
Yeah, that's my last name.
No, I know that.
Oh,
but
okay.
Have you ever seen it?
I see it every day.
Have you ever seen it in the movies?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
every once in a while?
I see it.
I can't. Think of
I
one.
always go, oh fuck.
I can't think of one off the top of my head.
It's always like producers or something like that, or
The grenade launchers have unlimited ammo. Bazookas have unlimited ammo. A lot of explosions in this one.
Yes, that's how the bad guy dies.
this whole movie's cheat codes.
Yes.
Yeah.
R2L2.
Up, up, down,
Yes.
down, left, right,
the
left,
canonic
right.
code, up, down, left, right, BA, whatever the fuck. Yeah.
They do drive-bys on parties. They try to blow up a church.
Yeah. No, we didn't talk. Did we talk about that yet? The whole like they so they dress up as cops and they kill people at a party, and then the real cops show up, and then they turn on the cops because they think that the cops that killed everyone.
One of the terrorists that dressed up as a cop, he kind of looked like a young Steven Spielberg to me. I don't know if you got that.
No. I thought like one guy was Asian and another guy was like of Latin descent or something.
Yeah, he looked like
He was like
something
Howard
from like
Stern
Blood
or
In, Blood
something.
Out is what it looked like. That
Yeah.
guy from there. Sangre por sangre. He looked like the guy from that movie, actually.
That's funny.
His brother.
What
Yeah.
about what?
Oh, the one cop looked hella cool, and the other one was dorky looking.
Yeah.
Chin tucked in. That's how I'd be shooting.
What about trying to C4 a school bus full of children?
That's an awesome scene.
It's kind of crazy.
That's an awesome scene.
And then Chuck Norris just happens to be there.
yes. Yep.
Fucking Chuck Norris, man.
Yeah, no, it's probably my favorite Chuck Norris movie that he starred in, because like a lot of other ones, just I don't know,
You ever watch Walker?
didn't like it was on TV a lot. I don't know, it's kind of lame from what I remember.
I just remember just always roundhouse kicks, like always.
Yeah,
Him and his partner. I don't remember his partner's name, but
that sounds about right.
it was, yeah, I remember being on TV and just being like,
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want to watch this.
Was it a Western, like Cowboys?
No, it was like
he was a Texas Ranger.
yeah,
it was
like
law,
set in modern time.
fighting crime.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It was like Nash Bridges, but if you're a cowboy.
What channel was that on?
Was it TNT or something like that?
That
Or
would make sense.
TNN or what was that? TNT?
Yeah,
TNT is
that
the channel, right?
yeah, that
Yeah.
would make sense.
A&E?
Yeah, or maybe
TLC?
yeah, maybe TLC.
Yeah,
What's
TLC.
the one?
TGIF?
B&E. Is that the one that I'm thinking of?
Bacon and eggs?
Definitely wouldn't be on that. What is that channel? BLT?
BET?
BET.
Black
BLT.
Entertainment?
BLT is a sandwich. It was on Walker Texas Ranger aired on BET. No, that's a joke.
Well, his sidekick
Awful,
was a black
awful
dude.
joke. Huh?
His sidekick was
Oh,
a black dude, yeah.
wow. Well, there
It
you
was like
go.
his main guy.
There you go. There you go.
They only aired his scenes on BET
Yeah,
and then
cut
his
everything
scenes on
else out.
CNN.
God.
Or what was there was a country station too, wasn't there?
Is that CET, like country entertainment?
think maybe it was
television or something?
CET.
Yeah. God.
Remember having to pay
Yeah,
for
man.
cable?
You still have to, don't you?
Well, I don't know. I think everybody's Netflix. Who pays for cable anymore?
You have to pay for streaming.
Yeah, what's more expensive, cable or all of the streaming services?
Probably cable, I would imagine.
Probably cable, yeah. Because you could get friends and be like, "I'll buy the Netflix. You buy the." Well, actually, now they're cracking down on that.
Right? Yeah, they're trying to get around it. Yeah. No, this is because like there's Lone Wolf McQuaid. I like that one. There's the Missing in Action movies. Those are I need to rewatch those. But what else is there? Firewalker, never seen that.
You know what I want to see? And it's because of this Tubi app. Tubi's fucking dope.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, they got hella like
and it's
stuff
all free.
on.
It's all free. There's ads, but that's okay.
But there's like the classic. What is it? It's like the car chase through down. You'd probably know what it is through like downtown or through the city of San Francisco. And it's got Steve McQueen in it.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. I've never seen that, but I
It's
always
on
see
my
it
list.
referenced.
Matt really likes it. I'm not a. It's okay.
Wasn't that in Tarantino's book?
Yes.
I always see it like referenced to and blah, blah,
Right.
and I'm like, I gotta see this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's not bad.
I think it's
I'd
on
say
TV.
Watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, you'll probably like it.
Yeah, I'm down. I want to watch it too.
It's kind of like where don't they reference that a lot for the Gone in 60 Seconds movie?
I'm sure. Well, Gone in 60 Seconds was a 70s movie.
Yeah.
And then they remade it with the Nicolas Cage, which I haven't seen either. But I know like
you haven't seen the Nicolas Cage one?
No. I remember it was a big deal when it came out. I remember everyone talking about it. But yeah, I know the original had like a bunch of car chases people liked as well. They'd reference. There's like that French Connection. Like that was a period like the late 60s, early 70s. Like, oh yeah, this movie has an awesome car chase. This movie has an awesome car chase.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you want to talk about Canon? This is a Canon produced movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you want to start off with Canon?
I don't remember too much about them.
Yeah.
I still got to rewatch that documentary about them.
Yeah, they were a production company out of Israel. They were headed by Menahem Golan and Yoram Globus, and they made much like this movie, insane movies. They got like they made the Death Wish sequels. They made they made Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, a few other Tobe Hooper movies. There's the logo right there, which is an awesome fucking logo. What else did they did a lot of other Chuck Norris movies. What else? They did the American Ninja movies, just a lot of like crazy coked out 80s movies you can credit to Canon.
Probably some Van Damme films too. Right?
Yes, Bloodsport, which is an awesome fucking movie.
Is Canon any relation to the cameras?
No, that's
No?
one end.
Oh, okay.
They have two ends because they're that crazy. Gonna add an end for them. Yeah, they would like the documentary talks about it. Like they would advertise movies that they didn't even have a script for. They would advertise like, yeah, Charles Bronson and Death Wish 2. They didn't even know if they could get Charles Bronson for Death Wish 2. Like their whole model was crazy, but they made entertaining fucking movies. God bless them for all that craziness. But yeah, they made Superman 4, which is a horrible, horrible movie.
Oh no.
Yeah, they started making some really shitty movies too, but overall, I like most of their movies. They're pretty fun. Cobra with Sylvester Stallone, Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone. Those movies are awesome.
Oh, I've seen Over the Top.
I like that movie.
Yeah.
Everyone makes fun of it, but
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Go watch Canon movies if you like 80s movies that were made by people on too much cocaine. Go watch them.
Always action packed.
Yeah. Always ridiculous, but fun and entertaining.
Including this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Because like I feel like Chainsaw 2 falls into this category, just like crazy 80s like nuttiness.
Definitely.
That's what's fun about it.
Yeah. Just mass violence.
Yeah. There's like a, it's awful to say, but there's like a, people always say like, oh, this person was better when they were on drugs, and like Eminem was better when he was on drugs, or Led Zeppelin were better when they were on drugs. And in a way, people on drugs kind of make better movies. Not always, but sometimes. It's an awful thing to say, but sometimes it's kind of true.
They let their inhibitions go.
Yeah. Sometimes it can be bad. I'm not saying drugs are bad, okay, but sometimes it can be entertaining.
Yeah, drugs are pretty entertaining. You ever see all those crazy people on the streets?
Oh yeah, yeah. I see them every Wednesday when I go into work.
Should we rate this one?
Yeah.
Sam, do you want to go first?
I was trying to figure out what I'd rate it.
I'm struggling to think as well.
I don't know. The only takeaway I really have is all the action. Like, I don't know the storyline or anything like that. It's fun to see all the explosions and Rostov getting blown up and flying out the window at the end. I don't know. I'm like between a 2.5 and a 3.
Okay. What do you think?
Yeah. 2 3/4.
Okay, cool.
0.75.
Cool. What about you?
Me, I'm a little bit higher than that. Yeah, the storyline makes no sense. There's a lot of like plot holes, I guess you could call them. But it's an action movie to the core, man. Just fucking get it out. We got a bunch of ideas down on paper. We want to do some drive-bys. I'm thinking about maybe having some helicopters explode. Let's fucking just make a movie. So that's what they did, and it's a lot of fun. I was the one-liners were awesome in this one.
Right, we didn't
talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you so many rights. You're gonna beg for a left.
That one's good.
That's like the most badass line I ever heard. Chuck Norris says, "Tell Rostov, it's time to die."
Yes, it's time.
It's time.
Blows him up.
Yeah. There's a lot to take away from this film. Even just like the practical squibs, having all those extras on set.
We didn't talk about it because they worked together on they worked on The Prowler. Joseph Zito and the guy I'm going to mention, they worked on The Prowler and Friday the 13th Part 4. Tom Savini helped out on the effects.
Really?
And
that's cool.
His proteges, Greg Nicotero, Howard Berger, and Robert Kurtzman, who they're famous for Walking Dead. They've worked on way better. They did like Evil Dead 2, a lot of great movies. They worked on it as well.
Whoa, I thought those guys would just stick to like horror.
No,
that's cool.
No, they did. So like, there's a Dolph Lundgren movie called Red Scorpion that Tom Savini did the effects for as well. Yeah,
they looked good. They looked good in this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean more towards a 3.5 on this one. It's not like the best movie ever, but very entertaining. I took a little bit out of this one. I don't think I'll ever go to the swamp still though. Get on a aircraft? Airboat.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Watch Chuck Norris chop some wood out in the middle of the bayou.
Doesn't he chainsaw us?
He chainsaw on wood.
Yep.
3.5 for me. Ian, what do you rate this one?
I think I'm gonna give it a 4.
Nice.
Yeah, I really enjoy this movie. I always have. Yeah, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch anytime, but 4th of July especially. Yeah, it's silly. Yeah, it's goofy, but it's a fucking movie, and I just like to watch these movies to have fun. It's definitely like not the best 80s action movie. I'd say like Commando, Rambo, those are better. Die Hard, but of all the Chuck Norris movies he made of this era, this is by far my favorite. And I think it's by far the best. So yeah, I'm going 4 out of 5. I really like this movie.
Nice. Chris?
I'd give it like a 3.5. I've never heard of this movie, but it felt like Die Hard-ish.
Yeah.
Action. It was real action packed. You know what? No, I'll give it a 4. I think some of the action parts. Yeah, dude. I think the action part, like reflecting on it, it was really fucking. It had me shocked.
And one thing, like we've said, it's unique. What other movie do you get to see them blow up a real neighborhood?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
It's dime a dozen.
Yeah, for the stuff that went into it and what they pulled off in this movie, I think it was pretty badass.
Yeah.
So. I'm glad.
And the cock shots alone probably make it go up like 5 points for me. So.
The double Uzis.
0.5, yeah. So yeah, 4. I give it a 4.
Nice.
Very cool.
A decent score all around.
But don't tell Chuck Norris that.
Yeah, don't tell him.
Yeah,
I give it a solid 5.
Yeah, but that's a decent score for Invasion USA. A very good suggestion. I don't know what's coming out next week. Is anything coming out next week?
I don't know. I know week after is Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for the new Mission Impossible.
Is Oppenheimer the 14th?
That's like at the end of the month, like 20th.
Yeah. We will be seeing that. We already have our tickets.
Yes, excited for that one.
Should review this one next.
Running scared.
You want to do that one?
Running scared.
Let's do it. Next time we will be reviewing the 2000 and... Do you remember what year? 2013 Paul Walker Classic.
Really? 2013? Yeah,
No.
I thought it came out earlier than that.
It's like
that might be the Blu-ray print.
Yeah.
Oh, 06.
Yeah.
06.
Yeah.
Running Scared, everybody.
Running Scared.
If you guys want to hop in on that one. It's been a while since I finished that one. I'm excited to come back. It's been a while. Wednesday will be, I think it's another game day, right? On our Twitch channel. Last Night Productions. What do you want to play?
I don't know. Well, I would like to play Friday the 13th again, but that's
Uno.
it's up to you guys.
I hope my
Uno.
Xbox works. Hopefully we can play. You want to play Uno?
Cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis.
Yeah, hopefully we can play some more Friday the 13th game.
Sorry, he started the song.
But happy 4th of July, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Happy 4th of July.
America, baby.
4th of July.
Nobody's invading us, cocksuckers.
Blow firecrackers off in your hand.